All right, today we're going to be checking out Never Be Alone by Shadrow, the Acoustic Swing version. Now, we had reacted to the original version previously. If you haven't been catching the streams or seen the comments or anything like that, Shadrow's been in the chat, been hanging. It's been dope. Shout out Shadrow. And they asked me to check out the Acoustic Swing version because one of the main things I mentioned about the original version is that the vocals are like a little too vocody for my taste. It's a little too much of a synthesized voice sound. And again, it makes sense in the context of robots, animatronics, having digital voices. For me, I have such a rock background. I love everything sounding like real instruments, real voices, even if it is sampled. Stylistically, that's just my preference. So they recommended I check out the Acoustic Swing version. So we're going to do just that. So make sure you watch the actual video. Links will be down in the description because we don't steal views here because that's dumb and we try not to be dumb. But let's get into it. Cool. Okay. Oh! That's okay. Before we even get into the vocals, I love this rendition. The acoustic and whistle lead to take over that melody that I always says it's kind of like that, you know, SNES, DK, King K. Rool kind of vibes. I think that was a really, really cool choice to revoice it with. Also, the production, the actual mixing of the acoustics is really, really good. It's really full. It's really bright. That's something I really struggle with when I'm doing acoustic stuff is I can't get my guitars to sound fat enough. They don't got that. They're not beefy. These are some, especially the lead acoustic. Like it's really bright. It's really beefy. I like that a lot.
Your heart is pounding and it can't be stopped.
Cool.
Tell yourself you're okay.
This is funky.
It's too bad your doors can't be locked.
The slowdown's a really cool choice too.
Keep the monsters away.
It translates really, really well.
You check behind the door. There's nothing.
That lowered fifth again. We talked about it in the original, so it's not a surprise that it's going to show up here too. But that lowered fifth, most commonly, at least for my generation, known for in the Luigi's Mansion melody. Very iconic for trying to convey anything spooky, anything eerie, unsettling. Cool.
You check behind the door. There's nothing there anymore. You should have stayed in bed.
Cool.
You've heard this noise before.
Ooh, it's a little like little mrazzy there. Nice.
You've heard this noise before. You dart across the floor. Try not to lose your head.
I also love the choice of using, again, I don't know the actual production process. I don't know what instruments are sampled and what's real. But the choice to use an upright bass is so, and the percussion sounds like it's pretty like coffee shop, small desk percussion choices. It sounds like it's maybe like a cajon with some brushes on it. Instead of being like just a basic kick and snare, it's a little like slappy. It's dialed back. Sounds like a cajon. Yeah.
And over until you make it to the end. They hide around the corners. You better peel your eyes and keep.
Is that a 3-part harmony? Na, 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 na. Well, so it sounds like the harmonies aren't actually following the melody, but are actually layered, almost chord-like.
They hide around the corners. You better peel your eyes and keep looking over your shoulder, 'cause you'll never be alone.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's something I wish I had utilized more with a lot of songs I did. because my go-to with having like a pop punk, emo, metalcore background, it's so tempting, and it is really satisfying once it's tracked to just have either a third above the melody staying parallel to it. So if you're da 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 da, because like it's tempting to add a harmony that would just be like.
To the end, they hide round the corners. You better feel your eyes and keep looking over your shoulder, 'cause you'll never be alone again.
Something like that, where it's moving what that means is the harmony is basically moving the same direction, is following the same pattern as the melody, but just higher up and staying in the key. But the notes are mostly hanging out on, the harmonies are hanging out on one note, and the note is, for the most part, taken from the chord that is being used.
They hide round the corners. You better feel your eyes and keep looking up.
So the melody's hopping around and moving around a lot more, but the backing vocals, the harmonies, are actually just copying phonetically and rhythmically what the melody's doing. But as far as pattern goes, it's not jumping around. It's staying on note. I like it. Very cool choice.
Your shoulder, 'cause you'll never be alone again.
What is that instrument above the acoustic? It sounds like it's almost like a harmonica. I know it's not a harmonica, but it sounds like some kind of, it's not quite a brass. Oh, it's like on the tip of my tongue what it is. It sounds wind.
Alone again.
Oh, I had to listen to it. Okay, so first of all, it's panned, which is very cool. The acoustic's in the right, and this new instrument's in the left, and I'm pretty sure it's just an accordion, which is wind.
Never be alone again.
Accordion's a fun choice. I'm so scared to ever use accordions in anything because to me, it's so dangerous and risky. You run the risk of sounding a little too memey sometimes, especially once you start pushing chords on accordion, then it just sounds a little polka. But layering an accordion with the melody over an acoustic lead, that's cool. Also, shout out, this video is 420. Nice. I don't know if this scene is set up to have air horns, but I played air horns. Anyway. This is super vibey. I love this. Ooh.
There was one, but
Ooh, like that.
be three. You turn around just in time. You hear a chuckle and you turn back and see.
I also love that the acoustic is doing the upbeat. It's hard to tell if it's actually up strokes, but it's definitely doing upbeat, because when I do an acoustic version, it's so tempting for me to just do like palm mutes. So like, that's usually how like I do acoustic versions of stuff, but for it to be just the, I think that's a really fun choice. It adds a bounce to it without taking it out of this slowed down, stripped down vibe.
You hear a chuckle and you turn back and see.
That cool.
The closet doors open wide.
Ooh, the bass is doing fun.
Doors open wide.
I think that was a lowered fifth. It might have been. I'll keep playing.
Around the space and see a creepy face. Turns out it's just your toy.
Ooh.
It seems out of place.
Was that harmonica? Might have
But
been.
it seems
cool. One of the coolest things about this song is just the instrument choices. Okay. This is just a personal preference on composition. Something I like to do is if I'm doing something like this and we know we're going into an instrumental break and there's a stop in the first chorus, it would have been cool to actually remove the stop after the second chorus and instrumentally just have it keep going. Not a huge deal. I think it would just like kind of change up the vibe. It would take out just the slightest bit of the feeling of repetition out of there and also insinuate this keeps going. It doesn't leave you wondering. It's like, all right, this ride's still going. We still got some time. If that stop in the instrumental weren't there. Just a alternative idea. Not better or worse, just different choice. We got a fiddle. Is that a viola? Ooh, double instrumental. We have this, what I'm saying is an accordion break. It's got like MMO JRPG kind of vibes. Like I feel like anything with like an accordion lead kind of feels like to me you're in some kind of JRPG and you're in some kind of like, you're starting out in like a seaside town or something like that. It's cool. I like it. That's not neither here nor there about music theory or anything, but just the vibes it's giving off. Super vibey. I love this. Oh, good cutout. No bass. Nothing in the lower frequencies. Okay, keep going. Nothing in the lower frequencies. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. Uh-huh. Ooh, we got bada bobs. Love that. Over the lead. Nice outro. Very, very subtle. If anything, I would have liked for those to have been louder. I would have loved for ba-da-ba-ba. Where's the note? Those vocals, I would have loved for there to be like 4 times as many and make those take over. Really makes it feel like a group vocal outro. Like, all right, we are on our way out. This is the exit. This is the end of the song. Last chance. Everyone get into this. Nice. Nicely done. Sick. Wait, there's still 20 seconds. Is it just an outro? Okay, cool. Well done. Very, very cool. Very, very sick rendition. Love this reimagining. The tempo change to bring it way, way down. Yeah, to bring the tempo way, way down. Again, I like a more acoustic, real instrument, real voice feeling thing versus the more almost vocaloid, vocoded kind of stuff. Yeah, I would definitely say that if I had to choose a version to listen to on my own time, this one would definitely be my preference. The tempo, the thing that the original has over this is, I mean, it's more upbeat. So depending on your mood, that that makes it way more sticky. That makes it way more catchy. Slowing it down makes it more vibey, but the original definitely gets stuck in my head more. Also, the synth choice, and I know this is an acoustic version, so you had to make acoustic alternatives. So using that kind of like bitty synth that's in the original wouldn't have made as much sense, but I do miss that. I do miss that synth. I want to find out what that synth is. Let me know what that synth is because I want to use that and stuff. But either way, this was so good. Okay. I'm seeing here violin solo. Okay, so the violin was real, and it was a violin, wasn't a viola. I was gonna say like that. Out of all the, I lost my train of thought. Violin solo was great. Song was great. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the original. Shout out Shadrow. Thanks for recommending this. This is really, really cool. Great job. Love it. That's it. Have a day.